Good morning, guys. How are you? Wanted to talk to you about the rigidness of maybe the way we're thinking about exercise. So looking at exercise in regards to self-care and also well-being, yeah? So not just about getting skinny or losing weight or getting fit, right? There's more advantages and benefits to looking after ourselves. And if we take it on board that it's actually part of looking after ourselves, it's not exercise to get a certain thing or get a certain result quickly, then I think we can open up the lack of motivation. We can open up that opportunity to really feel into what type of movement would feel good at any given time. So having more options, right? Not being so rigid in our way of thinking that we've been taught and we've been shown that we have to do exercise a certain way or we won't get results, right? It won't work. So I want to take that whole mentality of work. What does work mean, right? If it's part of taking care of your body, keeping your mobility, being, aging well, having longevity in a healthy way, having energy, being connected to our body and doing the things that make us happy, not just things that make you skinny, then I think that will change everything for you. So changing that whole perspective and exercising for a different reason. It's mental health. It is reconnection to your body. It is not only heart health and brain health, because we need that, right? We need bone health, we need heart health, we need our muscles, right, to keep strong, we need our posture. There are reasons physically, but I think even mentally, it's easier to connect with if it's for happiness or for joy or for, reconnecting into what makes you happy. Because movement is going to give you, obviously it increases our hormone endorphins. It gives us, happy hormones. It gives us our quick dopamine hits, if you like, our what you call it, your quick wins, so it does help in that way. But what I see and what I've learned over my years of being a trainer, me loving exercise as well, but also now teaching women and being in my 50s, that our values have changed. So our values change, which means the reasons we want to exercise are maybe not so inspiring. We don't necessarily want to fit into our skinny jeans, get rid of our muffin tops anymore. You may, and that's great if you do, right? So it all depends on what you value. But what I know is usually we spend time and effort on what we value, and health is not usually a huge priority for busy women, right? It's just not. It's something they've let go of. Maybe they used to be fit. Maybe they look back and think, oh, I wish I could fit into that. Or maybe I could, get fit again. The thing is, it's a journey. So if it's just a short-term thing, and it is good to have a short-term goal so that you can stay focused, right? So yeah, sure. Maybe you want to be able to walk around the block without being puffed out, make a bed without being puffed out, walk the dog regularly, walk 3 times a week, maybe go to gym and get some weight training, maybe go and do dance lessons, whatever. Like, the short-term goal is great because it adds to the longer benefits, right? But I just wanted you to think about exercise as a different way of being connected, right? So feeling your body, getting you out of your head, reducing stress is a massive reason to do it. But if we can think of exercising as, improving our positivity, our mindfulness, being present, right? You're outside, you're looking at the birds, you're hearing the birds, you are looking at the colors and the trees and the flowers or the green grass or whatever it is, the beach, the sound of the water, whatever that thing is that you can connect into to be present, right? Because that's going to lower your stress levels. That's going to lower your cortisol hormones. And it's going to also, if you're exercising, help your resistance, your insulin resistance, right? So that means we're going to be able to manage our blood sugars so we don't get diabetes and we don't put on extra weight and the things that come with that, right? The ill health that comes from not being active. So if the goal is to be active and to be happy and to do things that make you feel alive and happy and connected, that's going to be way more attractive and motivating to you to do that. than to say I'm going to, you know, I want to lose 5 kilo or 10 kilo, but I hate exercising, and I've got to join the gym, but I hate going to the gym. Like, that's not going to do it for you. That's not going to be the thing that makes you want to go, right? So you have to find another reason that's more powerful to you or more connected to you. And that could be something like you want to be fit to play with grandchildren, or you want to be around for your children, or you want to lose weight so that you, you know, because I know women that have had illnesses and surgeries where they've had to lose weight. So that, again, it's a different reason, and it's a bit more a harsher reality, but usually not as inspiring, I suppose, but saving your life might be inspiring enough, right? So it depends on what that thing is that you can connect to, that reason why you want to be doing that thing, right? And then finding ways to make it happen and where it's going to fit in your life and your day, not making yourself, forcing yourself, because that's where this rigid idea comes from. And when we were younger, we could do that. We had the time. We could go to the gym for an hour. It was easier, right? Much easier to just focus on ourselves. But when we're getting pulled in all different directions and we're fatigued already, we're really tired, you know, having that outlandish goal or that big thing that you want to do, or that time-consuming thing that you've decided you're going to do because you should do that thing, it's probably not going to be that interesting to you now. It may not work for you long term. So you kind of have to find ways to make it happen, but in a happy way, like enjoyable way. So doing things that you enjoy, trying new things, trying new classes, going with a girlfriend to, you know, doing a buddy walk, you know, finding ways that make it happen, but also enjoyable. Yeah. So it's not rigid, and on any given day, you want it to be flexible enough that if you're having a hard day, or you're tired, you're anxious, you didn't sleep, or you've got aches and pains, or the weather's crap, that you have more than one way to move your body, or more than one way to be healthy, right? And that's the other thing. It's not always going to be the gym that makes you healthy. In fact, usually, you know, the self-care and the positive thoughts and being present, maybe a walk is all you need on a tough day, right? Maybe sitting outside in the sunshine with a cup of tea is all you need to gather your thoughts and to you know, to calm the nervous system, right? Or a stretch, or a shower, something with hot water. Like, it doesn't have to be the gym. And unfortunately, a lot of people think that I don't have the money, or I don't have the time, so I can't do that thing. But there is so many things you can do for free that cost nothing. Your breath work, your walking, stretching, having you know, good food does cost money, of course, but so does bad food cost money. So, you know, it is about spending time and effort and money, if you want to spend money, on what you value. And often our values are skewed, right? We've gotten lost. Our values aren't health, they're not exercise, they're probably not even weight, right? Maybe you've just put up with your aches and pains, you've put up with not fitting in your clothes. So I think it's finding something that's more inspiring to you internally. And that might be getting a new wardrobe, throwing away all those clothes that don't fit, and taking yourself shopping and buying some bright colors, buying the colors and the clothes that you want to wear, just updating your wardrobe, updating your knickers, right? This is what I mean about is being less rigid and more flexible about what makes you happy, how to get more energy, right? Because it's not always going to be in the gym. However, we do need muscle, right? Our muscle protects us in so many ways. And we need bone strength, and we need mobility. We don't want to lose our mobility or our muscle or our bone strength. We will lose muscle a certain amount over every year. So that's why it's important to stay strong and to keep your shape and to keep, you know, active and happy in that way. And social, being social. If you're joining a class, you're social. And that is proven to be the best medicine, and scientifically proven, for loneliness and for longevity, for living longer and happier. Being social is proven to be the thing that always will help you, right? So even if we can combine those two. So I wanted to talk about, that's what I wanted to talk about today, is how movement could be reframed or rethought or redesigned to suit you, to be in a way that you don't have to fit into a box and do what everyone says you have to do, or what you've been taught over the years, as exercise has been taught. Like I've been in this industry for 36 years, and I could honestly say was pretty cowboyish. And I did a lot in the 80s. I was teaching a lot in the 80s, and there were really no rules, right? We were pretty out there, pretty full on. So I think having that flexibility and open-mindedness about what it could be for you, what does the benefits bring, what will it mean for you, what does your version of fit and healthy mean, not someone else's version, right? So again, we're not trying to put you in a box and say this is how you must do it, like a lot of fitness on the socials will have you believe if you do this for 6 weeks you're going to get this. It's going to take longer, right, depending if you want to put in that time, but typically the things that I've seen that work for 6 weeks don't actually work for very long, and they're not sustainable, and they end up injuring somebody, right? So having that more longer game view of long-term how you want to show up for yourself as you're aging, as you're getting older, as you're getting wiser, like we're getting wiser. So we don't want to do that silly stuff, and we don't need to. So sometimes less is more, especially when hormones and menopause come into it. We don't need to do the hard yards and all the cardio that we've been taught, right, as we're getting older. We need muscle, and cardio won't build your muscle. In fact, it will actually usually have you leaner, but with less muscle. So therefore, you're not burning the sugars, and you aren't burning as much fat, and you're probably got less energy when you do that. So it's a longer term game, a long game is what I'm aiming for here, right? With clients and with myself, to keep in shape and to age well. Yeah, that's really important. So I hope that was helpful. That's what I wanted to tell you today. And any questions, let me know. Okay, bye.